Welcome to another edition of The Naked Truth. I'm Ramon Roan.
I'm John Singletary.
And we'd like to thank you for watching our channel. We thank you for those who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe right here. And again, let's get this show on the road. One, we got to mention our motto. Our motto is local politics makes a difference. The title of this video is Black Economic Empowerment.
Oh yeah.
Now, I put the word black in there because we need some economic empowerment.
We do, and particularly in North Charleston, and I say that because when we consider the amount of money that we spend in the city and the benefit that we get out of the money that we circulate, it's such a division that it's mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
That we could spend $90 million a year in grocery, but yet we have no major black grocery stores.
Right.
We can spend over $1 billion in the economy, and there are no black banks. There are no black insurance companies.
The spending power for blacks in this country is $1.1 trillion. $1.1 trillion. Now, and John just mentioned about the $90 million in groceries.
Sure.
And one of our supporters has been Mr. McKeever. He owns a grocery store on Dorchester Road, small grocery store. But we thought that if 100 or let's say 100 people, and I'm just going to say 100 people, if 100 people said, I'm going to go and patronize his store once a week, $25.
We got McKeever right there on Dorchester Road. We got the Union Heights Grocery,
right?
Neighborhood Grocery, right there on Union Heights. And,
right.
Both of them we need to patronize.
And they're not. I mean, so you may have to. There is a sacrifice, but there's this sacrifice.
There's a benefit as well.
Right. There's a benefit in it because if you had 100 people every week coming into his store and purchasing $25 or more of his products that is in his grocery store grows. And what happens is that he'll be able to add more stuff in there. He can't compete with the Doshers or Food Line or Publix. He can't compete, not right now. But if we continue to put money into that where he can buy the products,
he'll build a business.
He can build a business, and then he can survive. And same thing with our clothing. Brother Blunt, he owns a uniform shop. He sells men's clothing, and if he doesn't have it in the shop, he has a catalog to where he'll get it for you.
We got also right there on Dorchester Road, Brother Rosendare.
Brother Rosendare. I purchased from both. I patronize all of those businesses. But Brother Rosendare is another one. He has a store right off of Dorchester Road. Men's clothing. He particularly is for men's clothing. But if he doesn't have it, he can get it for you. And we're talking about shoes and all. Shoes and all.
Absolutely.
And so we have to patronize these businesses. And we can talk about restaurants. Is it the Jackie's Place? As a restaurant that you can patronize there. And let me tell you something, that food is good.
Yeah, it sure is.
Good.
You got three sons.
My three sons, that's right. You got the Jamaican restaurant. And if we patronize these businesses, they grow. And what happens is that when they grow, because the largest supplier for black jobs is black-owned businesses. And so I think it was a video that we watched, and something I read recently about that. Prior to 1960, up to 1960, it said we had plenty of black jobs. We had plenty of businesses, and there are plenty of black jobs to go around. And so we have to get back to that mindset. And after the 60s, and we did that segment on about the black about the HBCU that was whites. But after segregation ended and integration came up, there came also that instead of us going to that black restaurant, we were going to the white-owned restaurants.
Absolutely right.
And so they lost money.
Yeah. Staffing agency, we've got the New Day Staffing, which is a new staffing agency that's going to be coming on board here in North Charleston.
Okay, all right.
Of course, they'll be catering to all businesses and all, not only clients, but also people working for them. But it's black owned, and we want to make sure that we patronize the people that support us.
Yeah, if we can, there's a, which is probably another video, but the conspiracy on why we don't have, you know, why we never created another Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, go ahead too. What you gonna say?
Well, what I was going to say was, all across the country, there have been replicas of Black Wall Street that just haven't been known to the public. Here in South Carolina, there was a replica of the Black Wall Street. Down in Florida, and in different places, it just wasn't as well known, but we need to get back to that. We need to get back to trying to be self-sufficient within our community, and not from the standpoint of being anti-white or just pro-black, but when you come to the table and there is a mutual respect because you are independent, then the whole deal changes. Look at what's going on. We'll have to do a segment on the auto manufacturing industry in Ghana. That's coming up.
Right.
Kantanka. That's already on board, selling to the government in Ghana, selling to the police department. The government is going to be purchasing a lot of those cars, and we're talking about direct competition for BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, all the Japanese companies and things that are coming on board. So, and they're self-sufficient. You can get your product as well as you can get your parts right there, because they manufacture everything right there in Ghana. Now that's going to make them stronger in terms of their global position.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing about it is that those cars are competitive.
Sure.
You know, well named. So if you can buy, if you can, I believe the manufacturer, the owner, he said if you can drive them on the roads in Ghana, you can drive them anywhere. Anywhere. That's why the police are ordering more. The police department is in Ghana is ordering those cars. But for economic empowerment, we need to support our black-owned businesses, because again, I believe the unemployment rate for young black boys is between 40 to 60%, depending upon where you live at. And so we need yeah, that's extremely high. We need to have more black-owned businesses, and those black-owned businesses need to grow. In order for them to grow, that $1.1 trillion that we spend every year, we need to bring some of that money home.
Yeah, we need to turn those dollars within our own community.
In our own community.
And the only way to do that is that we have to have viable businesses in our community.
In our communities. So, so after this video ends, you know what you need to do, right? Yeah, you need to go and visit and shop at McKeever's,
Union Heights Grocery.
Groceries, Blunt, or Mr. Eddie Rosenberry, Jackie's, or My Three Sons. Visit those places, you know. Look here, Ruby Tuesday, they were going to make their money anyway. So so let's go ahead and visit one of our own. John, anything else?
I think that's going to be it.
Well, again, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and please like, share, and if you want to friend us on Facebook, we are there as well. This has been another edition of The Naked Truth.